Poison Lightened Exercise here.
And I'm Nadine.
So today we're going to work with the foam roller. We're trying not to do too much stuff on equipment that you may not have access to, but these foam rollers cost about 20 bucks and they are fantastic tools to have. Now, the thing that you want to remember is that not all exercises are appropriate for everyone, and so please check with your doctor. The purpose of the foam roller is to break up fascial adhesions to increase circulation in the muscles. And I wanted to have Nadine talk a little bit about how she enjoys rolling and what it does for her.
I like rolling, especially on my back, down my spine. I feel like it just opens up that area, loosens some of the tightness that I have, especially in my lower back. I also like using it on the backs of my legs and my hamstrings, the fronts of my legs for my quads, because that is also an area that tends to be very tight and also cramps for me. So I think it really helps to reduce some of the cramping that I have in my muscles.
So we have a sort of an order that we roll in. I'm going to have Nadine start by sitting on the roller because we're going to go for the gluteals first. Your gluteals are your butt muscles, and they do a lot of work for stabilizing the pelvis. So her hands are on the floor, her feet are on the floor. Please do this on a surface that is not slippery. And I also like to have her maybe lean into one butt cheek a little bit and give it a little extra attention. Sometimes the gluteals get tight when there are SI issues. It can affect the low back. Then the next thing I'm going to have her do from there is roll her back. And be careful because the roller will roll your hair up in it if it's long. So I'm having her support her head with her hands while she's holding her hair out of the way. And her butt is off the floor. She's moving with her knees and her feet to get all the way from her neck down to her rib cage. Now, you can go all the way to the low back, but that transition between the rib cage and the low back can be extremely tender. And especially as you go over the kidneys, if you're not used to that, it will not feel good in the beginning, but it does eventually feel good. The next thing I'm going to have Nadine do is roll the area under the armpit at the juncture of the shoulder blade, the arm bone, and the rib cage. And that's another area that can get very tight and can affect the shoulders. So as you can see, she's leaning into that area. Her feet are still on the floor, her butt is still off the ground, and she's giving herself a nice massage. If you think about it, all of our lymph nodes are in and around the joints of our body. Why? Because joints move. That's what they do. They're there to help us move. So massaging the area around a joint will also help to move lymph. All right, so that's it for the buttocks, the back, and the area under the armpits. And we're going to let you play with that for a while. As always, check with your physician. And in our next video, we're going to work on the legs and the hamstrings and quads. Take care.